Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Jason rushed to GH after Pikeman setup goes wrong. Life-threatening crisis changes everything. General Hospital GH spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan Steve Burton has been instructed to stay in Port Charles and serve as bait for Pikeman. John Jagger Cates Adam Harrington is still giving the orders and doesn't care about the risks for Jason as long as he gets the job done. However, a situation like this could go horribly wrong. By using himself as bait, Jason will obviously be putting himself in grave danger. What happens if Jason takes a hit in a major showdown and gets rushed to GH? Jason may face a life-threatening crisis and become the next character to end up comatose. Of course, that coma would be temporary, but having Jason struggle to survive following an ordeal like that could change everything. For starters, Carly Spencer Laura Wright could somehow find out the whole ugly story and realize Jason got in this mess to protect her. It would leave Carly blaming herself along with John, so their potential budding romance would go right out the window. Plus, characters like Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco and Jake Weber Hudson West might soften toward Jason when faced with the prospect of losing him all over again. There could be some tearful scenes by Jason's bedside and multiple pleas for him to pull through. Even Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard might come around on some Jason compassion, though his behavior is a bit tougher to make predictions on right now due to his altered meds. Regardless, Jason's return has brought an adjustment period for many key players in Port Charles, but plenty of PC residents would miss him if he perished for real. The threat of that happening could be a game changer, so it'll be interesting to see just how dangerous things get for Jason moving forward. Jason has a target on his back due to his blown cover at Pikeman, so it's only a matter of time until Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart or someone else within the organization retaliates. General Hospital spoilers say some scary Jason news could be on the way, so stay tuned for updates on all the mayhem. In the heart of Port Charles, where love, betrayal, and intrigue intertwine, General Hospital continues its saga with a shocking twist that sends ripples through the lives of its beloved characters. As the sun sets on the picturesque town, darkness descends upon the lives of its denizens, particularly for Jason Morgan, the steadfast enforcer with a heart of gold. The scene opens with an air of tension, the bustling corridors of General Hospital alive with urgency as doctors and nurses scramble to save a life hanging in the balance. Jason Morgan lies unconscious on a gurney, his rugged features pale against the stark whiteness of the hospital sheets. Surrounding him are his closest allies Sonny Corinthos, the powerful mob boss and Jason's lifelong friend, and Carly Corinthos, the fiery and fiercely loyal matriarch of the Corinthos clan. The chaos began with a setup gone awry, orchestrated by the elusive Pikeman, a shadowy figure whose machinations threatened to unravel the fabric of Port Charles itself. Jason, ever the protector, found himself ensnared in a web of deceit, his instincts leading him into the heart of danger. But even the mighty Jason Morgan is not immune to the cruel hand of fate. Flashbacks interweave with the present, revealing the events that led to Jason's perilous predicament. A clandestine meeting in a dimly lit alley, whispered conversations fraught with tension, and the ominous presence of Pikeman lurking in the shadows, all pieces of a puzzle that Jason desperately tries to solve. Yet, in his pursuit of justice, he unknowingly walks into a trap, one that threatens not only his life but the lives of those he holds dear. As Jason fights for survival, the hospital corridors become a stage for raw emotion and unyielding determination. Sonny and Carly, pillars of strength in their own right, refuse to succumb to despair. With gritted teeth and tear-streaked faces, they cling to hope, unwilling to accept the possibility of a world without Jason. Meanwhile, the rest of Port Charles grapples with the aftershocks of the unfolding crisis. Sam McCall, Jason's steadfast partner, struggles to maintain her composure as she confronts the very real possibility of losing the love of her life. Her resolve wavers, but beneath her facade of strength lies a heart shattered into a million pieces. Across town, Elizabeth Weber, the compassionate nurse whose life has intersected with Jason's on numerous occasions, finds herself torn between her duty as a healthcare professional and her deep-seated concern for Jason's well-being. Despite the chaos that surrounds her, she remains a beacon of empathy in a world fraught with uncertainty. And then there's Drew Kane, Jason's long-lost twin brother whose return to Port Charles has brought with it a whirlwind of emotions. Struggling to reconcile his newfound identity with his past, Drew finds himself thrust into the center of the storm, grappling with the possibility of losing the brother he never knew he had. As the hours tick by, the line between life and death blurs, leaving the fate of Jason Morgan hanging in the balance. Will he emerge from the darkness unscathed, or will Port Charles be forced to bid farewell to one of its most beloved sons in a town where secrets abound and alliances are tested? Only time will tell what lies ahead for Jason and those whose lives are irrevocably intertwined with his own. But one thing is certain: in the face of adversity, the residents of Port Charles will stop at nothing to protect their own, even if it means braving the darkest of storms to find a glimmer of hope in the midst of despair. Title: General Hospital, The Unraveling of Jason Morgan. In the bustling corridors of General Hospital, the heart of Port Charles, life unfolds in a whirlwind of drama, passion, and unexpected twists. But today, the hospital is abuzz with a frantic urgency, the kind that sends shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned doctors and nurses. At the center of it all lies Jason Morgan, the enigmatic and formidable figure whose life hangs in the balance after a dangerous game orchestrated by his enemies takes a perilous turn. It all started with a clandestine meeting in the dimly lit alleys of Port Charles. Jason, ever the vigilant protector, had caught wind of a nefarious plot brewing in the shadows of the city. The notorious pikeman, a cunning adversary with a penchant for chaos, had set his sights on dismantling everything Jason held dear. Determined to thwart his plans, Jason embarked on a dangerous mission to uncover pikeman's next move. As dusk settled over the city, Jason found himself entangled in a deadly game of cat and mouse. With each step he took, the stakes grew higher, and the danger more palpable. But Jason Morgan was no stranger to perilous situations. It was in his blood to confront danger head-on, to fight with unwavering resolve until the very end. However, what Jason hadn't anticipated was the cunning trap set by pikemen, a trap designed to ensnare him in a web of deceit and betrayal. As Jason delved deeper into the heart of pikemen's lair, he found himself surrounded by adversaries at every turn. Shots rang out in the night, echoing through the deserted alleyways as Jason fought with all his might to evade capture. But fate had other plans in store for him. In a sudden, heart-stopping moment, Jason stumbled into an ambush, outnumbered and outgunned. Caught in the crossfire, he felt a searing pain tear through his side as a bullet found its mark. With a grim determination, Jason managed to retaliate, taking down his assailants one by one before collapsing to the ground, his vision swimming in a haze of agony. It was then that the darkness closed in, swallowing him whole as consciousness slipped away, leaving behind only the distant echo of sirens wailing in the night. In General Hospital, the news of Jason's dire condition spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the tight-knit community. For many, Jason was not just a patient, he was a pillar of strength, a protector who had stood by them through thick and thin. Now, as he lay fighting for his life, the hospital became a battleground of emotions, with loved ones clinging to hope amidst the looming specter of despair. Inside the emergency room, doctors and nurses worked tirelessly to stabilize Jason's condition, their skilled hands dancing across his battered body in a frantic ballet of life-saving measures. Every second was precious, every heartbeat a reminder of the fragile line between life and death. As the hours stretched into eternity, Jason's loved ones gathered anxiously outside the operating room, their faces etched with worry and fear. Sonny Corinthos, Jason's loyal friend and confidant, paced the corridors with a restless energy, his usually stoic facade crumbling under the weight of uncertainty. Beside him stood Carly, Jason's fiercely loyal ally, her eyes filled with unshed tears as she clung to the hope that he would pull through. As the sun set over General Hospital, casting its golden glow upon the city below, a sense of hope filled the air, a hope born from the indomitable spirit of one man who refused to be defeated. In the end, it was this spirit, this unwavering determination, that would ultimately triumph over adversity, paving the way for a brighter tomorrow in the heart of Port Charles.